Beloved families, may the soul of our beloved father and mother rest in perfect peace. Biafra were bia mama always man you feel easy gunde sampe akwa lele kamna kwa akwa lele kamna kwa IPOB nibe Biafra nile nibe ewu okunu sinaba ewu ife manyi amamnamna ewu amamna nyamiri mama daru yes in the ne marobo ya ugeze salomi memu kukano ni wandi nobi nola nile mama Biafra obukisirina onwu gi juru manya afọ mulo dogwo ọkwa na 21st October kanuru kisina na 30th of August ki nwuru na Germany aka na-ekwu ka na-ekwu anasị ka anasị ife mnukwara ọzọ bụ na papa anyị anwụọla ezi Izrel anwụọla okwu adịghị Igbo mma anwụọla Oludo Royal Majesty anwụọla egwu ukwana egwu kutuana ezibonna sampe amamna anya meriga mama daru yo umuginebe umugina kwao papa mama obukunu sena mazina ndikanuo onibakwa papa mama obukunu sena I can't imagine what you must be feeling right now, Mazi. I want you to know that we are just a phone call. Mazi kanu takanu kinsili ne bakwa na mama mwana. Ewo mama obo kisili na Princess Nena Kate Kagbalani ọ na-ebe akwa. Prince Emmanuel fine boy Kanu ọ na-ebe akwa. Princess Chinwe Godwin divine mother ọ na-ebe akwa. Maazị Uche Mofọ na-ebe akwa, ọ bụ ka unu siri jee. Stephen Dezi Kabalani ọ na-ebe akwa. Prophet Yawis Young ọ na-ebe akwa. Mrs. Ejezie Mama Biafra ọ na-ebe akwa. Nnemeka Chibudo Kanu ọ na-ebe akwa. David Kelechi Kanu ọ na-ebe akwa. Adaugo Rebeka na-ebe. Ugonna Dede na-ebe. Mama ọ ka isiri na. Papa ọ ka isiri na. I am honored and blessed to have known you, Mama. Sampe amamnamba anya mmiri gakwa. Adịghị Mama bịara ụwa na. Mama bịara anya mmiri. Nne m Ugeze one. Mama bịara ụwa na. Nne m Omudo okwu adịghị. Egwu kutu His Royal Highness is there. Odogwu Ije Anje Ido Iba
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uchi Ukafomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uchi Ukafomefo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Like we always tell you, you will not understand the mindset behind those words. But we are glad that one day you shall. Mazi Uchi Ukafomefo is standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the king of Afari Ibeku. Of course, we cannot forget the simple fact that the parents, the king and the queen, was just buried not long ago. We're still in the mood of mourning. We can never forget them in a hurry. If it were to be in those days when men, where people have value for our culture and tradition, it is customary that for the next 72 days, we're supposed to mourn them. We're supposed to escort them to the land between the living and the dead. And we shall, believe me. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the king of Afari Ibeku as we speak. Afali Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu remained the one and the only man that command the loyalty of the Biafran people. He is the only man who stood up to speak for the interest of the Biafran people for almost 60 years. He is the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. He is the reason why we are here, because we can all bear testament to the fact that every leader in Nigeria, the people have lost hope for them. Whether Yoruba youth have lost hope on their leader. The only hope they have is that their leader will steal, rob, and bring for them. Of course, when they get used to eating 10%, you can't expect them to revolt. Go and check the Hausa youth. They have lost hope on all their leader. But of course, as far as they have Boko Haram protection, and there is this feeling that they are born to rule, if they will not revolt in a situation like that, you come into Biafra land, our own case is pathetic. Our own case is pathetic. Our leaders supposedly are the one who will even give order for us to be slaughtered. After all, what led to the death of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu parents, Ukizie Ekpazu actually allowed Fulani jihadists, Boko Haram army, to invade the house of our leader. Did I say the house of our leader? The house of our leader's parents, because that house is not the house of our leader. That is the parents' house. They invaded, they're looking for our leader. And then we know how many people who died. But having said so, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu become the one only leader I will say that exists within the terrain called Nigeria. And having said so, I am George Onyebe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, we must move ahead to acknowledge the Creator, Chukwu Okike Abiama. People will not understand. His ways are not our ways. The word of Chukwu Okike Abiama says, as the heaven is higher than the earth, so are his thoughts. There is no comparison. There is no resemblance. All we can do is fitting into his purpose. But with confidence, assurance, we engage him on a daily basis because we understand one thing about him. He's not a respecter of any man. He don't change because of any man. He's the one that changed everything, but yet he remained the same. And you know what? He's the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. For in the end, everyone who has had dealings with the Biafran will be rewarded accordingly. We do not talk like ordinary men because the world lies in wickedness. People are wicked. And they won't want you to talk about it. You tell them they are wicked, they say, no, it's hate speech. But how are we going to allow hate and wickedness to be in the dictionary, and you don't want us to talk about it? How can these actions be part of our daily lives? You don't want us to talk about it. Of course, I'm going to appreciate the Creator, then we continue from there. Ancient of days, as old as you are, as old as you are, you will never change. Ancient of days, as old as you are, as old as you are, you will never change. Oshubarere o, Oshubarere o, ọba tá ò rí, táwọn oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀. Oshubarere o, Oshubarere o, bàbá mímọ́. Oshubarere o, ọba tá ò rí, táwọn oníṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀. Oshubarere o. Ibuchukwu n'Ibuchim, Ibuchukwu n'eluigwe o, Ibu afanda n'omega mu, omega mu, onye buru onye ikpeazụ, mmalite n'ọgwụgwụ, ya ka ji na-asị n'ịbụ chi m. Ịdị ebube chi m, ịdị omimi. Ibu afanda n'omega mu, omega mu, onye buru onye ikpeazụ, mmalite n'ọgwụgwụ, ya ka ji na-asị n'ịbụ chi anyị. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, maka n'eziokwu n'ịbụ nsọ mma e. Ịhụnanya anyị na gị, obiọma gị, o juru anyị anya dajụ, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dị onye dị ka gị, Ebu Alfa na Omega. Anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o. Ise. You are the reason why we are here, Father. Because we know that everything you promise us will come to pass. But we can only pity for men and women who stand in your way. Because anyone who stand in the way of IPOB, anyone who stand in the way of Biafra, knowingly or unknowingly, directly or indirectly, they will never go free. And of course, this morning we have to move ahead to our topic as always. The title of my topic this evening is, this morning rather, is titled Reasoning Together About the Issue of One Nigeria. Reasoning Together About the Issue of One Nigeria. I have gone through the newspaper headline from the zoo called Nigerian this morning, and it's ridiculous. If I want to be reading news headline for you, of course, which we shall be revealing any moment from now. It's part of the agenda to be revealing Nigerian news headline for you. So you see what we are talking about Nigeria. And then they are deceiving you. Oh, we want to form commissioner of Boko Haram. Then the other one will say, no, the bill must be approved. Then Bajamil, I want to use 552 trillion US dollar or British pounds to buy motor for honorables. Then Buhari is not happy about those Boko Haram killed. These are some of the ridiculous news headlines you see. It doesn't make sense. It's the same thing. He said that they are telling you how they want to steal money, how they recover stolen money, how the stolen money lost, animal took it, how they are going to collect allowance, girlfriend allowance, tissue paper allowance, how they are going to kill you, how they are going to arrest you, how they will deal with you. Have you not listened to Nigerian news headline? What you hear, the government vomit fire. The government threatened to kill the people. The government shut down school. The government shut down highway. The government introduced more checking points. All of them is targeted to destroy you. It's ridiculous and very pathetic. If I take time now to read news headline, some of you will not go to work today. And so if you are anywhere in your own country getting involved in the issue of Nigeria, I tell you it will not be well with you. Getting involved in the issue of Nigeria, that you are part of the people who want Nigeria to remain, because you are stealing from us, it shall not be well with you. Nigeria is the only country that I'm telling you now, go and Google their news headline. Of course, we will make them change it in the coming days. You begin to hear, we are going to kill any youth we see protesting. We are going to kidnap your father if you don't want to respect the government of the day. You must to respect Buhari. Buhari still have time to pull his promise. Adam Oshimole did not steal money. He's keeping it for us. Chibuka Amechi actually did not buy old train. It was a transaction error. You begin to hear nonsense. But having said that, I reflected a little bit to when the world, according to the Bible, found itself in the same condition. God himself was forced to, according to the Bible, to say, I beg all of you, come, let us reason together. God said, come, let us reason together. In that same light, you Nigerians, I'm calling on you. Let's reason together. British government, come, let's reason together. Colonial terrorists, all of you, let us reason together. You see, Africans must weep for themselves. Any country in Africa that is supporting Nigeria, your country will suffer more than Nigeria has suffered, because all the African countries are suffering because of Nigeria. He said, come, let us reason together. At a critical point in time in the Bible, God invited man to come that they may reason together. This was because the matter was of utmost importance as well as critical. If they must survive what is about to come, there should be need. There is need for them to reason together. In the same light, I call upon the prisoners in this facility called Nigeria. If you are in Nigeria, you are in prison. I do not know now if God's anger has gotten to the extent that it has shut the wind. Have you people not noticed that breeze don't blow in Nigeria again? If you even on fan, he only blew noise. There is no wind in Nigeria again. No. So those of you who wonder how hellfire have been, you have not seen anything. That is how bad it is. God said, come, let us reason together. Because the situation we find ourselves is a dangerous one. If we do not reason together, there will be problem. And so in this light, I call upon all of you prisoners. If you are in Nigeria, you are a prisoner. Forget about your status quo. In prison, you have chairman, you have chair lady, you have warder. Warders are prisoners, for your information. The difference is that they go on break. In this prison called Nigeria, the politicians may be the warder, but they are also prisoner. Because as far as they keep us inside that building, they too will not go. They can only change shifts. They will remain there with us. That is why you see all of them, they are hiding their children in abroad. Their children cannot walk in their street freely. Their children cannot walk freely. I call upon you, every prisoner in Nigeria. Nigeria is British prison, modern prison. They have this type of prison everywhere. The one in South Africa, I think it's called Liberty Island, where Nelson Mandela was locked up. You have so many of them in America, Britain, you know. They modify the way they build the prison. Nigeria is simply prison. Now I'm calling all the prisoners, including the warder, come, let us reason together. From Biafra land to Oduduwa, from Oduduwa to Arewa, as you have us today, how we have been manipulated. Let us reason together and understand how we got here. The terrorists invaded our land. They went to Oduduwa nation. They saw the people there and their way of reasoning. They went to the Arewa. They saw the people there and the way of reasoning. They came to Biafra land. They saw the people there and the way of reasoning. They found a similarity between the Biafran and the Oduduwa. They little bit have a will. And then they saw the Arewa. They are just very lazy. It's hate speech, but they are just very lazy. Look at the kind of work they do. You see, they are lazy. Being lazy or being strong does not mean that you carry sledgehammer and start breaking the whole granite, the whole mountain. When you have means of, manufacturing tools that can help you do that at ease, you are still carrying sledgehammer up and down. I see that as laziness. You are mentally lazy. The British saw them as a perfect use. So Nigeria was first of all divided into two. You now have the northern and the southern protectorate. And then in 1914, they saw that yet there is still difference between the Yoruba, the Oduduwa, and the Biafra. Because the Biafran refused to compromise. That is why when I see people say certain things, I know my stand. If the Biafran has compromised, by now, every Yoruba's child will be a slave to Igbo man. And then every Hausa child will be a slave of the Yoruba man. Because if we have followed the road, the pattern you people are using today, all of you will not come out. And so when we hear you analyze the Igbo coup, when you hear you trying to blackmail us, no matter how you have done, we had all it takes to make sure none of you exist. But it's amazing how people are busy developing your land. From Ojuku to all of them are busy developing in Yoruba land and Hausa land. Till tomorrow morning, I don't want to call you idiot this morning, but I don't know how to say it. Till tomorrow morning, a lot of idiot Igbo people are still in Abuja, are still in Lagos, developing Lagos. Our father has done all these things. But let me not digress further. It is simple and short. We left our land, start developing everywhere because we want you people to catch up with us. Our fathers wanted everybody to operate on the same level. And so when you come there telling us cock and bull story about how bad we are, we only know you are reading the script given to you by the real terrorists. Because the people who invaded our land call themselves master. We that they invade their land, they call us evil. The same way the Yoruba and the Hausa Fulani, one Nigeria that are killing us, call us evil. We that they are killing, we are the evil, but they killing us are the good people. Because if not, I wonder why we are still discussing about the issue of one Nigeria, whether to be or not to be. Except there are people inside this Nigeria who are feeding from the misery of their people. I just simply say our topic this morning is, come, let us reason together. Having done that, divided us, the British government went to the north, gave them a different orientation. Zeke did not know this. Zeke was everywhere, all over Queen of England. His desire and quest to lead has drawn him mad. But meanwhile, the British government was busy indoctrinating everybody. This is what happened, and this is the truth. They call the Fulani and say, you know you are hopeless. But the Fulani man is not supposed to be hopeless. Except they remain in Nigeria, they truly shall be hopeless. You are hopeless. You don't have any place here. You are just a vagabond. It is your cause. God said you shall be a vagabond upon the earth. It's not our fault. It is your cross. Carry it and bear it. They brainwash you. Come and kill Hausa. Then we give you some land in Hausa. But Fulani has taken over more than 30% of Hausa middle belt land. They are not still satisfied. They are still killing. The same way British government has stolen oil for decades. They are not still satisfied. They want to steal more. Do you know British government is even studying our okra, egusi, and bread, whether it will be good for international export? So they start stealing it again. This is exactly the character you see in Fulani man. This is the orientation they give to them. And then the Fulani in turn gave orientation to the Hausa. And then they were telling Hausa, you don't worry, you are born to rule, you are born to rule. And Hausa is jumping up and down the same way Nyangudu and other hopeless people in Biafra land are doing. You are born to rule, don't worry. Let's kill the Igbo man first, you are born to rule. While he's killing the Igbo man, they have destroyed all their king. All Hausa king have been killed. Only one Hausa man appear in history. I think that should be Aminu Kano. How did you people kill Aminu Kano? And so everything about Hausa is destroyed. If I look at Hausa, I want to appreciate our leader because he said we will not leave these people behind. Hausa life have been taken from them. When you hear insurgency in the southeast, Fulani is destroying what is left of Hausa, but Hausa should be grateful to IPOB. We understand your stage as Hausa man, but if you continue to play as a fool, you will die like a fool. They say the tongue of a fool is sharper than his blade. You will die for nothing. Because the Fulani there, look at what they are doing to you. They oriented you. You think it's about the Igbo man. The same way everybody was re-indoctrinated as directed by the British government. Today, Fulani sit back and use Hausa to do the dirty job. But now it's time for them to wipe all of you out. They are bringing Fulani. They are dislodging Hausa from army, managing them. If you are not loyal enough, turn all of you to Muslim. Yeah, Muslim or not original Muslim. The same way they turn more than half of Yoruba to Muslim. Yeah, one colonize you completely. Today, Hausa must rise up, stop one Nigeria so they can get their life back. If you are Hausa youth, you are listening to me, you are not Fulani. And in Fulani agenda, there is no space for you. Fulani moved ahead with the same direction, having conquered Hausa. They came to the Middle Belt. The people they fool more is Middle Belt. They call them willing tools. The same way Fulani are willing tools for British government to decimate a cross-section of black. The same way Middle Belt agree to be willing tools. But let's reason together. That time you as a Middle Belt man rose to come to Igbo land to kill anybody. Are you still very proud of your action? You know, everybody is working hard. Let's not talk about it. Let's sweep it under the carpet. But this is not going to be possible. As far as men and women were murdered in cold blood, they were slaughtered. Some of them don't even know what is happening. You cannot hide this matter. And don't let me tell you that all of you will pay for it, and very soon. The Middle Belt people are the one who own the land Hausa is claiming, or Fulani rather is claiming. But they will come for all of them. Agatu people should be thinking they are Fulani or Middle Belt. But if you are from Agatu, you are Idoma. And you are still thinking you are not tenants. May the Lord have mercy upon you. Because you will not even be buried. Hausa man will be buried in his own community later. But your own will be worse. All of you from Middle Belt, most especially Idoma. Whether you are from Olembeche, Umbulo, Ikajide, anywhere you come from in Agatu, any houses as Idoma man, you know yourself. Go and check all your father that they use as a willing tools to kill their fellow Igbo brother, because you are Igbo. Once you are a Biafra, you are Igbo. Forget all those nonsense they are telling you. You are looking at Enugu man is Igbo. This is the time for you to embrace your culture and who you are. They dump all of you. All your fathers who they use as a willing tools, they dump all of them. I forgot the batch they call them. They drop all those batch. And today without benefit. Except your father followed them to Ekumog, where the Nigerian Boko Haram army stole from Liberia people, robbed them. Then maybe he stole money there and he can be able to achieve something. If not, there is nothing to write home about. This same British government came to Yoruba. They discussed with them. Yes, you have your own percentage. Agreement was reached. The agreement to undermine us as a people. I want you to watch the northern and the western region. They understand what we are going through in the eastern region, but they don't talk about it. Forget about the few good men who come out these days and say certain things. And sometimes I begin to wonder, are they true Yoruba? And then I can understand why our leaders said, no, this generation can be trusted. I read an article online, the tweet of Fanika Ede. He said the reason Nigeria is suffering is because they want Gowon to come and lead a prayer of peace. The man who has sown to the wide wind, you expect him to reap peace? But the point is that the time the Nigerian people were making agreement that they will not allow our seaports to function, where were they? What were they thinking? Today, some people are going to say, oh, we thank God, Second Niger Bridge is completed. What is the length of Second Niger Bridge? I think the first newspaper headline I learned of in my life is Second Niger Bridge, an Igbo presidency, followed by Ogoni cleanup. Till this morning, we are still talking about Igbo presidency. Ogoni clean up and second Niger bridge. I just want us to reason together. All the terrorists that invaded our land, invaded Nigeria or Africa rather, more than 70% of them entered Africa through Biafra land until they discovered Lagos. But today, Mongo Park, Landa Brother, Mary Slessor, all the idiots who came to our land to desecrate our land, they came through Calabar. But today, we don't have seaport only in Lagos because they conspired against us. You may not see how they're projecting these things, but they know what they are doing. And they know we know. In as much as you know, you still want to use your church mind to judge yourself. They will use their mosque mind to kill you. Use your church mind, be following them. They will use their Muhammad mind. They will kill all of you. But what am I saying in nutshell? Come, let us reason together about this one Nigeria. In a modern day like this, everybody who have found themselves, most especially the youth, the next generation, you are living a miserable life. There is no future for you. It's amazing that as old as Buhari is, he died in office. They brought another old man to replace him. It's amazing that people like Abba Kyari are supposed to. Abba Kyari is older than George Bush. I hardly hear about George Bush getting involved with American politics. What is Abba Kyari still doing? Tomorrow is going to be, hey, vote Abba Kyari for next president of corruption, fighting and development. But you, the modern day generation, you will start shouting, oh, Abba Kyari, the mess of Abba Kyari, you start saying good thing about him. Nigeria Info radio station and other Yoruba propaganda media, they will paint a devil to be an angel. But I'm talking to the new generation of Yoruba, the new generation of Hausa, the new generation of Biafra. Don't you think it is time we take our life back? If I sit back, I remember articulation people. It's beats my imagination. You see somebody with PhD, HHP, LLB, with all the degree, they don't have sense. If we were to be talking about a normal Nigeria, no vice president has ever subordinated the president in the history of Nigeria compared to Atiku. Atiku is supposed to die or suffer for perjury. He lied on that oath. He deceived Nigeria. He sold almost all property of Nigeria to himself. And when I see people telling me, oh, Peter B is our, oh, we're going to support Atiku, you just can't reason far. You can't see very well. The target is the Biafran people. That is why we keep telling you, we have lived in ignorance or in simplicity for a very long time. If we do not stand up and make our stand, they will push us out of our land. Some people say, no, it's not possible. Before, when Igbo man talk, Hausa man fit talk. Today now, when Hausa man talk, Igbo man fit talk. Forget about IPOB. Today now, Yoruba will threaten you. Yoruba is even killing our people. Or you want me to remember the case of Chikuma for you, Chima for you in Port Harcourt? And so when you say, no, it's not possible, it's propaganda, you are going to ask your father. When your father talked before, Yoruba can't talk, not to talk of Hausa. But your simplicity has led us here. You do not believe in the blessing of your father. But the Yoruba man is the one you think he can bless for you. I don't like calling you idiot, but I just can't help it. Like idiot, you wake up and see your husband in the morning. You don't greet your husband, but you go and kneel down for one idiot pastor and call him daddy. If I say thunder will fire all of you for destroying our brain and way of life, you won't understand. I'm just saying, let together. You as a wife they paid early on his head. You have never kneeled down to greet your husband. And you go and kneel down and greet one idiot Yoruba pastor. Are you not a slave? All those 419 pastor, you're calling them daddy, daddy. Why wouldn't they be raping you? Don't you have sense? Don't you people see how we are losing everything? But we won't lose our minds to one Nigeria. Let us find out, for instance, Why is it that British are the only ones to first of all raise the alarm whenever anything is happening in Nigeria? Today they are not talking. The rate of killing since Buhari entered office, I can say they've killed close to the same number of people that were slaughtered, Biafrans that were slaughtered between 1967 and 1970. The rate of killing in Nigeria is alarming. You ask yourself, the British government that is playing all of us, they are using us. What they are waiting for now is we start fighting Yoruba. They say, no, the Igbo are fighting Yoruba, or Yoruba will resist now. Britain will say, no, the Yoruba are fighting Hausa. But they are the one causing the problem. Then they form alliance. The moment we start fighting ourselves now, of course, we will get there very soon. Then Britain become the agent. Because all these countries you are seeing who are looking at us now, they will want to sell gun. Then Britain will say, no, 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 I am the chairman, I am the agent. If you want to sell gun to them, you must pass through us. Come and take a license for gun supplying. That is what they do. It's our territory, it's our territory. But God will punish all of you. And we know how this territory become your own. The same thing you have done to the African children, they will do that to your children in the nearest future. Ask yourself, if Britain so loved Nigeria, at least the Bible says, for God so loved the world that he killed his son for us. What did British give to you? If Britain loved Africa the way they claim, why are they not raising alarm over the killing? Because they are the one killing you. They thought it's a population control. The poor masses must wake up, and they will be dead before they wake up. Britain is very good for raising alarm. BBC and CNN made sure that nobody knew that there was genocide going on in Biafra land. They told them they were farming in Biafra land. They successfully slaughtered over 10 million people. BBC never talks about that. They are busy. BBC Igbo now is busy everywhere in Enugu and Aba, videoing kitchen. Oh, come and see this Igbo kitchen. It was formed in 1952. What is our business with Igbo kitchen? The next time, oh, come and see this Igbo maker. We went to interview. Is that not the nonsense you are doing like Nollywood? You are useless to us. Get out of our land. Have you seen BBC raising alarm? Oh, the rate Boko Haram is killing is too much. Have you seen BBC tell you that Fulani herdsmen are killing people? That is to tell you that BBC and CNN, these are the terrorists in disguise. But when I tell you this is who they are, they say, no, it could have not been that, but we will not apologize to anybody. We will tell you who you are. We will say the truth irrespective of whose source is God. But our people should be able to awaken and save themselves, save the next generation. Ask yourself, why is it that Britain refused to speak up since terrorist group in Nigeria are causing mayhem? They don't tell you they are killing people. They know there are terrorists everywhere. If I have to play some audio for you about the activity of terrorists, it's amazing. Why is Britain not talking about it? Have you seen BBC or others talk about Boko Haram and the rest of it? When they want to say they banned it, farmers' headers clash. So you think it's a just local community crisis. Have you not wondered? Except Britain government is responsible for the activity of Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, Miati Allah, Lamido Sanusi Lamido, among other terrorist organizations. If the Yoruba will push hard on the Omotekun, you will see what BBC will do to them. But of course, Omotekun have not done anything to threaten the existence of one Nigeria, so it doesn't really concern British government. You ask yourself a question. Why have they completely avoided the issue of Biafra? Why are they avoiding the issue of Biafra? Oh, we are talking nonsense, right? And then if we are talking nonsense, we will do nonsense for you very soon. Why are they running from the issue of Biafra? It is Britain that will tell you that Nigeria is hal and healthy. Is Britain a Nigerian? Of course, they are the Nigerian. They are the one who say economic of Nigeria is growing. Are they here with us? Why are they afraid of the issue of Biafra? You as a Yoruba, ask your parents, why are they stopping us from using our father's name, which is Biafra? But you are using your Oduduwa name. If you support your parents and you not evil and worse than your parents, you as Hausa Fulani may do bet. Ask your father, they agree that they are Arewa and they are killing us for answering Biafra. If you cannot say the truth, are you not worse than your fathers who are terrorists? We want our identity back, don't you get it? You have Arewa University. You have Oduduwa University. We want Biafra University. And I'm yet to see any Yoruba idiot on this place. They say you people are 419, you people. What is the 419 about what we are doing now? That we are not the same thing. Does it make us 419? God divide us to the extent that Yoruba don't even have goat. Goat is not good for their body. They have ram. But Hausa goat and Igbo goat is not the same. Yoruba don't have cow because the cow is not good for their body. But Hausa cow and Igbo cow is not the same thing. Yoruba don't have fowl because it's not good for their body. But Hausa fowl and Igbo fowl, it's not the same. But of course, I give it to them. Yoruba have pepper, Chinese pepper, Japanese pepper, every pepper they have it. God set demarcation between us. Can't you see it? Why are you running away from the truth? Just to think you will sustain feeding on the misery of our people? Ask yourself, why did the British favor Yoruba Hausa Fulani? Or don't you know they favor you? I want you to check the record of how many Nigerians you have in Britain. You will see Yoruba people, at a snap of their finger, they get British passport. They owns Britain. Yoruba owns Britain, for your information. I also don't want to travel except to go. In fact, Britain is even begging Fulani to come. Because when Fulani is coming, they are carrying the vote of Nigerian vote to Britain. When Fulani travel, they don't, according to my leader, they don't steal in all these small one. TOG, them are stealing. They carry the whole safe. As hopeless as they are, they just go to Central Bank, carry the whole safe. Look at Central Bank now. They are writing to National Assembly to give them go ahead to build a Tom company. Most of you have not heard about it. Central Bank of Nigeria is writing to National Assembly to give them permission to build Tom company. Sweet. Because they think Nigerians are idiots, and maybe rightfully so. So Central Bank of Nigeria, the only thing they can think about to improve the status quo of the Nigerian people and create job is to open sweet company. Is it not Jedi that will kill all of you? This is how bad it can be. Why does the Nigerian state favor some people more than some people? I want to tell you, we may be visible everywhere. We may be making impact, but it's not our fault, and nobody made it possible. It is the blessing of God upon our life that speaks. But if you think you are a successful man as a Biafran and you are comfortable with Nigeria, I want you to go back and check the generation of 1967 to 1970. After the war, the ones that are strong and able-bodied men and women ran out. Some of them ran away because there is nothing left for them at home. Others were sent abroad because the parents want to make sure their lineage did not cut off. If you are in diaspora today, you are part of that war victim, you will know it's the truth that I'm saying. Because after the war, Nigeria introduced a decree for firing squads. So when the saboteur in Biafra land point your family that you fought with the Biafran soldier, they will set you up in a firing squad and say you are armed robber. That is what they were doing. And when our fathers noticed it, some of them were poor. Their children ran away. That is how most of you are in diaspora. Today you are a professor wherever you are. You have forgotten what led you there now. Remember the words of Easter. If those of you Biafrans who succeed in being there do not rise up and go to America and march everywhere you need to march, and go to London, to Theresa May, and march and protest everywhere, and go to heaven and protest, don't worry, God will raise up somebody from Biafra land here. The other group of Biafrans were people whose parents still have money. They will call their son and their daughter and say, I don't know where we are heading to. We just don't know what tomorrow will bring. But I cannot lose all of you. You get ready, move, go. It's better you die in the Atlantic Ocean. It's better you die in the Mediterranean Sea. I know 5 of you now, as I'm sending you out, one must succeed. But all of you try to succeed. That is how you left there. Why am I bringing it up? After the war, we were left in dissolution. Nigerian gave us promise of reconstruction, rehabilitation, reintegration, reincorporation, whatever regard or nonsense English they are speaking. They emasculated us the more. They frustrated our family the more. I'm not an Igbo man. I don't know why they took my mother money. I thought her boy is not Igbo, but they took my mother money. She died without bank account. I've been saying it. And when I say, Mama, why don't you open bank account? He say, during the war. Who took my mother money? And somebody say, no, you got to forget it. You got to move ahead. But the evil has not moved ahead. The evil still live among us. It still do well with us. That's the problem. And now this generation, did you know what they achieved? Most of them became farmer. Most of them start selling palm oil. Most of them start doing onion blue. There is nothing they did not do across Nigeria. And so from 1970 to 1980, Onitsha was built. Enugu was built. Abia was built. Imo State was built. Those people who suffered the genocide, in the heat of oppression, they built the city we can boast of today. Who did they build Port Harcourt? I can assure you that 90% of the building that make Port Harcourt look like a city is owned by individuals. When I mean by individual, for strangers. I dare you, I challenge you, strangers. Ebonyi State was built yesterday. I give it to them. But of course, we are the one building our land anyway. So we should be ashamed of ourselves. Our fathers who saw this genocide, look at what they have achieved. You go to Onitsha, I begin to see 20-story building, 40-story building. I was discussing with one Akwa Ibom man in Onitsha the other day. And he told me something. He said, here in our own London, here in our own Germany. I was happy to hear that. Somewhere in Ifitedu. The guy worked there. He told me the same way Germany and America and other places are Igbo Europe. That Onitsha is their own Europe. I understand the feeling. Now, check what the generation of those who suffered the war built and check what we are building. Those people will work, build 10-story building, 15-story building. The highest achievement of this generation is you just come back, you build 5-bedroom or 20-bedroom bungalow. You buy 3 cars, then you know banazo. One day, EFCC will come and see your building. Or you build hotel. Or the other day, Fulani S-men will cite your car and pick you and collect the remaining money in your account, and that is it. You see, we have not achieved anything compared to them because our achievement is not visible. You have the 1 million car in your garage. These they will end up becoming dilapidated facilities. I remember as a child, those of my people who traveled abroad, when they are coming, they bring cars like Honda Prelude, you know, bring Honda Prelude among others. I will be looking at them as a child. I say, now, wow, when will I get this type of car? But do you know, if you give me tear rubber Honda Prelude now, they will mock me in my village. They will mock me. But people killed for it. People died for it. So is it the car? Yeah, 2021 model. If you like, go and buy 2021 model. Look at how this pastor now raining, telling you, oh, my own private jet is 70 model. Let them go to Benin and look at Ibenedo aeroplane. Then they see the vanity of life. What have we achieved? They make sure, Nigerians deliberately make sure they destroy all that is left of us. If we who are prisoners of circumstance, victims of terrorism will be sincere to answer ourselves this question. We will not only be liberated from this wickedness, but we will set the whole African free from the clutches of emasculation, terrorization, bastardization in the name of colonization. Let us come and reason together what the British real weapon is, what it has done to all of us, and why we need to resist the imperialist, even to save the Fulani, because in the end, they will destroy all of you who think you are willing to. The fate of Hausa man in Nigeria, the fate of the Middle Belt man, the fate of the Yoruba in one Nigeria, the fate of the Niger Delta man in one Nigeria, the fate of the upland man, Igbo man in one Nigeria, the fate of one Nigerian is. We do not need the continual killing of each other. We don't need the continual support to support the indiscriminate killing in our land. We don't need to fight British government to get our freedom. We don't need to fight ourselves to save the next generation. But believe me, we will do all of this in the nearest future, if that is what it takes for us to free the next generation. But honestly, why would anybody want it to end this way when we all know that everybody have to walk away from Nigeria? Nigeria is a problem to each and every one of us as individual or as a nation or as a community. Nigeria is a problem to the whole of Africa. Walking away from the British-Nigerian company becomes the only solution to liberate the next generation, not just of those in Nigeria, but the whole of Africa. Everything we have been saying from the day our leader emerged as the leader of the Biafran people to this very moment, it ends in one word: freedom. It ends in one word: freedom. And this freedom we seek for can come faster than any collaboration with any international community or organization. If Yoruba will stand today and say divide Nigeria, Hausa will stand today and say divide Nigeria, the Middle Belt will stand today and say divide Nigeria, the Biafra will stand today and say divide Nigeria, as we are saying, and everybody will go back on their own. Believe me, even though we are living differently, there are some of us who cannot break their ties with Yoruba. There are some of us who cannot break their ties with the Hausa Fulani. We will not kill them. We will not fight them. And so we still become one, but though in a different sense. But if you let us push for our freedom, if you let us forge for our freedom through the fullness of gun and bullets, we will make sure that in 1,000 years to come, our children will fight your children and this war will not end. This is the last negotiation table, all of you must know that. If you let us to fight for our freedom, to forge our freedom, in the fullness of the bullet, in fury, you let us to waste another life to get our freedom, we will make sure that it becomes another Palestinian and Israel. You don't see they don't agree. American people go and settle them now, but there were time it could be settled. There were time all these problems would have been settled. And so when I hear people say, oh, Palestinian bomb Israel, Israel bomb Palestine, this problem can be solved. I can assure those of you in Nigeria, don't let our case end like that. Don't let Nigerian case end like that. Yoruba intellectuals and the new generation, please speak up against one Nigeria, let us go home. Except there is something there. Except you are among the people of interest. Hausa, rise up, resist Fulani. Middle Belt, rise up and take your life back. Biafrans, have you not learned enough? Have you people not learned enough? Everywhere in the world, they know what we are talking about. They know. Everywhere in the world, they know what we are talking about. I have tried not to call you an idiot this morning. And so go and reason. And then you should be able to know who you are in the end. I'll be back in a minute. At this moment, our lines are open. You are a Biafran anywhere in the world, you are here to join IPOB. I will encourage you to look for IPOB family closer to you and join. Send us your name and your phone number and location. We will link you to the closest IPOB family. We're just asking for freedom. Call on the line, hold on. We're just asking for our freedom. Nigeria is the physical image of Satan. You do not know. Nigeria is evil, and I can say has not favored for anybody. Why keeping this Nigeria? Are you part of the evil? And then it begins to make sense to us. We want Nigerian to be dismembered. Our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614. And of course, call on the line, your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Mazuni.
Good morning, and thank you for holding on. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I remember Mazuni, you know, Kaganibu. We come at one Nanibu. Because Biafran second name, a bubble no. Ono wana uchantia. Uchanti go fuma. Makana nyagari weba. Mazi, if you can translate to the whole world, translate to the whole world, because we are not here to joke. Let the whole world know that we are not here to joke. Our land is sweet for them, but they are not talking good about our land. Why? Any organization, any society, they carry it to go our land. Any nonsense church, they carry it to go our land. Why? What did we do wrong on this planet, Mazi? Eh? What did we do wrong? Dear friends, let me tell everybody, you can go over and do anya. Anya dara ebe anyị egwu. Ọ bụrụ na anyị na-eme masọba anya, ihe ogbe keri anyị na ndị aka eburu anyị taa. Ọ bụrụ na anyị na-emebiri initiative anya, ha ka ekpuru anyị taa. Ọ bụkwa na anyị na-eme ndị gọvanọs anya, ma ndị senators, ma ndị reverend fathers, ma ndị pastors ndị a. Unu afụgo ihe na-eme na ọkwa IPOB ya na-eyizi ha egwu. Ọkwa IPOB a na-alụ aka, a na-asịsị ụta aka egbuo ya by hanging, tụọ anya life imprisonment. Ọkwa ihe ha na-ekwu mgbe ọwa leader bilitere. Ọkwa afọ kịta nọ ndị ahụ a na-asị ha jide gbuo miscreant, hooligans, jobless people. Ọkwa ha bụ ndị na-esi, ọkwa ha bụ ndị na-eyi egwu now. Ọkwa ha bụ ndị na-eyi egwu now. Akwụgo m ya mbụ pụọ ya ịtọ. Ịmalụ certificate iji ụdị certificate ọsọkwa ebe ọsọkwa oge egwu anya jide ya were edewe n'akụkụ. It doesn't exist in our dictionary at all. Our way must be implemented back. Yes, only Alachagofe, colonial master, slave trade, and the missionary. Halachagoni and Halachagofe. Yawa Habiame, Hemi Koguye. Dear friends, onye moba ni merise akama de rockya. Uche onye ọbụla dị ya. Anaba anya dị egwu ka ngwụkwa unu ya ọzọ. Anaba anya dị egwu. Anaba anyị never joke. If you don't know it today. Our land are never joke. And what makes our land what it is still remain there, and nobody can move it away. Thank you very much, Mazonibe. Akajofo.
Thank you.
Akajofo. We need all of you now. Do the needful now. Thank you, Mazonibe.
Thank you very much, caller on WhatsApp.
Mazi Jojo Ibe, good morning.
Good morning from here, my brother.
My name is Mazi Ejike. I have from Eziago, or Haimezi in Eziago in Enugu State in Biafra land. I reside here in India, never Mumbai. Mazi Jojo Ibe, you saw one audio clip I sent to you.
Yes, I did. Go ahead.
Mazi Jojo Ibe, let me tell you, thank God for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Without him, all these people that is having nonsense, by now they have to, bury put in their own grave one after the other. Do you know the way these people, the kind of these people, if not IPOB, Mazi, we are totally gone. We are totally gone. And I now see the reason why these wicked governors, they are not siding them, because they have seen that, yes, these people have conquered and no other option is for us to join them. But they know they are not God. That is how God is doing miracle. Raise somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, these people, they are very wicked. If not this work of IPOB, Mazi, we are all gone. We are all gone. And I'm telling everybody, they are calling you now, go and join IPOB family, go and join IPOB family. You think it's a joke. Let me tell you, Biafra is here. We in diaspora, we have seen it. Biafra is here. This thing, whether you join or you don't join, before the ending of this year, I quote all of you, I'm going to mark it. As our leader, you always say it. I start seeing it, and anywhere I go, all these governments in India here, they all know about this Biafra movement. But you in Nigeria, you politician, embezzling public money, let me tell you, you will never go scot-free. Only your savior now. Go and look for IPOB family and join. Go and look for IPOB family and join, because this rain is going to fall on all of us. Mazi, I thank you so much. We are going home. Whether they join or not, they not join. We are going home. It can't pass this year. Mazi, thank you so much. I thank you for your effort. Thank you.
Our duty is to tell them it is their choice to respond or not. Can you hear me, caller on the line?
I'm hearing you.
Caller on the line.
Hello. I'm hearing you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead, please.
Good morning. I want to speak to you, Biafra. Someone is in the air now. Hello.
Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Caller on the line. Go
Hello.
ahead.
I'm hearing you now. So
say go ahead.
my name is Emmanuel Wokoro. I reside in Iboja. I want to talk about I want to greet Mazen Mandekalo. I want to greet Onibe. I want to greet Mandekalo. I want to greet Onibe. I want to greet the principal or the principal actors. God Almighty bless Mandekalo. God Almighty, all the principal actors of the IPOB. We are all in our hands joining, want to move the IPOB forward. We are joining IPOB. We are not relenting. I want to ask you something. That one man you mentioned in the air. One man you said in India that is still in the prison. I want to know whether he has been released.
Chimanwo Kike has not been released. He's still in India. I know the family in India are doing the Igbo, but for the Nigerian Igbo idiot who put him there, irrespective of how they are going to twist the matter, will not go free. I don't want to shout that guy name. I don't want the guy name to be mentioned, but hand will touch him. I have called him. I said, release those people. But you know, when some of our people collect money from Fulani, the same money stolen from us, they begin to yap nonsense. They are I don't want to say anything. Just go ahead. He's still there anyway. Oh,
God will help him. God will deliver him. Because that man, I've been hearing so much about that man. Formidable in IPOB. God Almighty, God strengthen him. Wherever he is in the prison, God wanted to release him. I feel for him. God will help him. And God will make him to be released. So, my Mazonibe, the Carlo, because on the border barrier, I see a lot of things happening in the border area. God will help to unite all their friends to help us. So thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yes, Mazi.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Good morning. Yes. My name is Maiman Ugo Onyejaka. Mazi, I am calling from United States. Precisely Washington, D.C., the capital of United States of America. Mazi, originally, I am from Amibo. Amibo is in Olo. Amibo is the home of the tiger. Amibo is the home of King Jaja of Opobo. Mazi, I talk about the tiger. The reason why I say about the tiger is that the tiger, he was the champion, the world champion, middle belt champion. He won the belt. And then the belt was given back to the queen because of the atrocity of the British people against the Biafran. And even in spite of all the money that the man had, he served in the military, a Biafran. He is a real Biafran. He is not all these 419 people that have turned to politicians who are mortgaging the life of our youth because they want to be very relevant. Mazi, I am so angry this morning. The reason why I'm so angry is because in spite of all the atrocities that was committed against us, in spite of everything that these people did, the 5.5 million children and women that were starved to death, then they still have the guts. They still have the audacity. Okay? After killing all the people that they killed, there is no atonement. There is no I'm sorry. They are still doing what they are doing. But what I would tell them is that they say, he who is down, do not fear any fall. I am urging all the Biafran youth, believe me, you've been deprived. Your parents were killed, massacred, marginalized in every way and form. You are the one that they have to be scared of, not you being scared of them. You got to get up, get up, get up, get up and defend yourself. Get up and form a volunteer. Use your eye everywhere you are. Do what is needful. They have to be scared of you. You cannot be scared of the Fulanis. They are the ones that have done everything they can do to us. They killed everybody they can kill. I've never seen a place that they kill up to 5 million people, and there is no remorseful in that. So I am urging all the Biafrans, please just wake up, and wake up. Mazi, believe me, I am not happy. The reason why I am not happy is that there are a lot of things. No electricity in that land. There is no drinking water, no functional airport, no hospital, no school. Children finish school and then they can't get a job. And then still, all the youth, I don't know if it is something that they did to them. None of them can even just wake up to do the needful. All the youth, they finish university, they can't get a job, and they think that it is business as usual. Well, the thing I'm telling them is that most of the people that are dealing with now are the people who are the Kwashoko children and their children. That is the people that Nigeria has to deal with. The Kwashoko children that they intentionally wanted to exterminate from the whole world. Thank God all of us did not die at the same time. We will do whatever we can do. Honestly, either they give us Biafra or then we will see what we're going to do. That is what I am assuring them. But please, I want to use this opportunity again to inform our people who will be coming to Washington, D.C. because we have Million Man March in Washington on June 2020. June 20th, 2020, we have Million Man March. I'm urging all the people who are coming from everywhere, please, just to start to make the arrangement now because the time is quite approaching. June is here at hand. So please, if you want to get more information about this, I want you to go to IPOB in USA.org. IPOB in USA.org. Then there you will get the information. It will give you, if you need a hotel, anything that you need. If you need a telephone number of all the coordinators, you can get it from IPOB in USA.org. Maji, thank you. God will preserve you. God will preserve our supreme leader. Let us keep on keeping on, no matter how hard the going might be. Biafra is there. Thank you and God bless you.
Yes, caller. Good morning.
Ka ekekere ụwa meji mma gọzie mkpụrụ obi gị ogologo ụbọchị gị niile. Ụtụtụ ọma Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, the savior of my generation. Ụtụtụ ọma Maazị Uche Mefo, ekekere ụwa gọzie unu niile ma jekwere unu. Ma nye unu ndụ n'elu ndụ ma kwakwara unu okporo ụzọ unu niile ogologo ụbọchị niile. Chiokike gọzie mkpụrụ obi niile ka emepụtara unu n'elu ụwa. Chiokike gọzie ụmụ nwaanyị unu niile ndị nke ahụ kwụ unu n'azụ ka ọ bụrụ na iji aga na-aga aga. Chiokike gọziekwa ụmụ unu niile with the future of Biafrans tomorrow. Ekekere ụwa dị unu n'ogologo ụbọchị unu niile. Ana m ekele Chiokike onye ahụ mere ka ọ dị mfe wee nye mkpụrụ obi anyị niile dịka anyị si wee gatịkọta aka wee gosi nna anyị ukwu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na anyị kwụ ya n'azụ ma n'ọnwụ ma na ndụ. O kwere anyị nkwa n'elu ụwa si na ya agaghị agharịpụ Biafra. And anyị nwa n'onwe anyị ekwekwela ya nkwa na ya agaghị agharịpụ ya. Mụ na ezinụlọ m ṅụrụ iyi na ya agaghị agharịpụ ya. Asị m Chiokike gọzikwe ụmụ nwoke, ụmụ nwaanyị, ụmụntakịrị, ndị okenye, ndị ahụ na-eme ka nsọ a na-aga n'iru, ndị ahụ kwuru n'eziokwu, okike na ụlọ mma. Eke, Orie, Afọ, Nkwọ ya ejikwa unu n'ogologo ụbọchị unu niile. Ọ ga-adịrị unu na mma. Maazị Onyeube, ụmụnna m ukwu, I worship you this morning. Ọ bụ eziokwu ụzọ na ọ na-ekwu okwu ya dị ka na-repeat ya. According to one of the
Unfortunately, I think we lost that caller, but we must continue.
Dịka m na-ekwu,
Go ahead.
ana m ekwukwa ya ọzọ na-asị, the rain, the storm has come, and this rain will surely fall. And as this rain is going to fall, it's coming with a brimstone. Nigeria, use your tongue and count your teeth. People of this world, use your tongue and count your teeth. Cholera virus is just a small thing to compare what is about to happen. In Nigerian, use your tongue. Politicians, use your tongue. Akano ayauna boragotagi. Eku ihe buru okenye. Ekukwa anu kwanage. Ihe buru nwata. Nigerian, count your teeth. Use your tongue and count your teeth. I am very grateful this morning to pass this little information because I know and I believe that this rain is going to fall mercilessly. The rain that will melt the skin of all Nigerians and politicians. And there I rest my case. He
said, thank you very much. We must continue. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning, but they're here, Mozambique.
Good morning. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Before I go ahead, I want to my name. My name is Stephen Martin from coming from Mozambique, in Nampula province. There is something our brother said yesterday that concerning the issue of that church matter and church matter. I explain it more. I support what that our brother said yesterday. I beg you to continue to hammer that problem of that church matter and the church religion matter in Nigeria. You call everywhere. Just mention that like yesterday on. The analysis yesterday on before you go break yesterday. That topic, I love it. I take that topic, I record it, I share it. That topic touched me well. That topic is what is the problem for us. I don't care why you're not the I don't care why you're not the it's not concern me that no for our own house. I say neighbor was if I thought yesterday everybody that get that topic yesterday night. I don't have no give me a way. That's the analysis yesterday. I record it and I send it across the whole world. I would like everybody to have that record. Listen, to continue to share it. This is a major problem that we have. It's a major problem that we must have. Maybe I know that's how we are. I know I want 8%. I've got 8% too much. Since whether good or bad, since I'm not bagging you want you coach, you want your reverend father, you want you begin to organize your people, organize meeting to tell the whole world that this thing that we are talking about, we are not going to stop it. Begin to organize a senate, governors, all meeting. Explain yourself, you and organize yourself. Why people the joke like yeah, no, what if I look put Asiana? The way you own that you could take that the way that they see this struggle. That maybe other boss, other boss, you can handle what they say here. Better that you organize yourself now. Whatever fathers, pastors, other people that giving us that headache. Organize the meeting. Tell the whole world that this thing or yourself, tell yourself the truth. That these people are meaning what they are doing. We are not going back. It's not his money. Today is 21st. His money is money. Depends on the comeback and we do what we are doing. All that if people depend. Everybody that knows you, that's why that even the America remember this morning. You are not going back. What is like here, man, yesterday, I was watching yesterday or yesterday. That bishop from me, ask my child about I don't know. Yes, give a whole bishop. Is the only thing to make noise. It's for sick people. I know everyone to make noise. I make noise because that's the day that we are allegation to you. Even the allegation, give them a public that this is I make noise. The area voice is the ability to do that. You cannot stop somebody to a whole reverend for the bishop. I'm a good allegation in him. And all because him, I never got to begin a quiz. Get up on the new cook and area voice because I have to defend themselves because I have to manifest their own problem that they have. There's something that is going on, they don't like it. How manifest, this is now area, but how? That's all our some reverend fathers, our pastors, and the bishops. Now, I will be married. I will be married one day. I don't know how to keep up that way. I don't know how to keep up that way. We don't know something. Not your friend of him, for the truth. The don't make it go no money on that. Because of no woman on top of you in Abuja, one woman on top of you know. The highest bishop of the Anglican, I told her, one of that 9 years, I didn't put for the children. They should have the Israel. We should have to preach that way. They cannot who is freedom. How open a church? And I'm not there across the river Jordan. You have those. They should have the as I'm children about Father because to have the freedom. But the freedom is something that everyone can have. Freedom is something that everybody is supposed to get in this world. If you are master, the master telling you, if you don't have to look for your master, you cannot have rest. So that we are having a lot in this world. We must get our own freedom. If church wants to block it, if the church wants to, they have a parish, they want to put another parish, they have this parish, why is even they have another parish? Because I mean, this parish wants to have freedom. Want to be together. This is what we use it to them to govern themselves because they have the Archbishop of Oluka City. They have Archbishop of Oluka. The whole Imo State Archbishop. That's what Archbishop there. Why? Because I mean they have Olu have their own bishop. They want to be free. They want to make it easy to them. They want to make it everything to go to them. That's why they have freedom of being to give all that. Before we are going before, but now we have liberty. Liberty, one woman can have liberty. Something like that is a freedom. Freedom is a position to preach the whole world. We want to live, we want to be free. That's why I ask for freedom of Biafra in Nigeria. For that, any person that wants to break our freedom, any person that wants to say that we are doing evil, that person cannot see better. That person cannot see good for this world. That's not the need. I'm angry for this one, but I will leave it to that. Anything they say that we are thinking that we are doing is a bad thing. If you don't want to establish another bishop or another place, that bishop will die. That parish will collapse because that is part of the freedom that they are fighting in the church. For that, we have freedom of the human being. We are fighting for the relief in that Zoom Nigeria. For that, we are not going to stop. We say that we are in that place. A good place. We are doing a good thing. It's not true for a God. It's a revelation. For that, I will continue. Thank you very much, Judge Anibe. We are not going back. We must get what we need.
You say, thank you very much. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
This is Wanda Coloma, calling from Aba. My brother, this morning is really waging. About who is no lumbozo, I'm going to look at it. Is really waging. No one in Chetra since yesterday. The guy is the brain or gamble since 2017. He's still in Aba prison. Ogadema Onyejekwe. It's just like IPOD and many abandoned, but this guy has been given birth just for them to go and fulfill it. On at that very place in Ayawa because of that incident. Up to today, that guy is still there. He's from Fortress Zone 1. And nobody cares to bring him out. And he's a young guy.
My WhatsApp number.
Yes, and I have a vital information to give you from Imo State. Very, very serious information, my brother. Very, very serious information to give you. It's very bad thing that is about to come in Imo State. A very big problem is about to come in Imo State. Hope Uzodinma is planning very serious evil. serious evil, he's plotting evil in Imo State. So I really need to talk to you so that you have to use it and trash it out.
Inbox me on the WhatsApp. I will talk to you later. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
We must
Thank you very
continue.
much.
Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Master Yibe.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. You're speaking to Chidera from South Africa. Master Yibe, I just want to ask our people, and for those of us that have had voices of good news and joy, I know that Nigeria did not teach histories in the school. And between the age of 50 something downward, you find it so difficult to understand what the history of Nigeria is. But what I want to ask, as soon as somebody like Nnamdi Kanu and the people like you and the rest of them came up to start shouting, what is stopping people to go and check the history? Now there is a lot of things available for you to check and say, oh, what exactly why these people are saying what they say? Are they lying? Are they making it up? Are they trying to? What is the reason why they say they want to divide the land? Because what I hear people in social media shouting everywhere, you send your especially you, when you share your broadcast on social media, they came up like a bee, like a lion attacking you, calling a lot of names. And especially most of them are Igbo speaking friends. Sorry, what's stopping them from just, okay, if you don't understand what these people are shouting on, instead of you to come and attack individual that you know that even you are more older than, that this person just learn one or two things and start saying, oh, is it what happened? I heard that a name like this, Biafra was this, my mother told me, my father told me, but I didn't know that this, like me, I didn't know the extent of how bad it was until we start hearing from people like you. What's stopping all that to go through and say, before you came to shout and condemn and judge, what exactly the reason why these people are complaining?
This is how it works. This is how it works. Man fear which they don't understand, number one. Number two, there is a parable in my place. You see, they don't understand we are here to save them. Number three, it took almost 200 years to recondition us. This thing, Mazena and the Kanu came out to start fighting 200 years ago. Our Fulani and Yoruba and British government have started doing it to our people. But our people were ignorant. Do you imagine what they plant in their subconscious mind for 200 years? I tell you, it is a miracle that people like you can even correct you. Number three thing, or rather fourth thing I want you to understand there is that if you think they are not using occultic power for Africa, then think again. I don't want to mention name of any occult power because as far as I'm concerned, they don't exist. I can begin to talk about Illuminati and the rest of them. Don't you know Africans are under spell? I said something one day, we will reveal it. I said, look at the face of every black man you see. The face of Nigerian look more lightened. But look at the face of the Nigerian, you will see the face of the Igbo man. It's the only face you look at, you see human being. Of course, when I mean Igbo man, I mean Biafra man. Yes. Sample 10 Yoruba picture, sample 10 Igbo man picture, sample 10 Hausa picture, sample 10 Fulani picture. Look at them, you will see the difference. Then take two from the whole people inside this prison called Nigeria. Put it aside. Bring the picture of South African man, Namibia man, Zimbabwe man, Libya man. Sample all of them. If you are spiritually conscious, you will see emptiness. They are using remote to control all of us. It's just that our people don't want to believe that Oyibo use juju. Obi of Onitsha know what I'm saying. It's part of them. I say Obi of Onitsha, Eze Achibe, or what they call him. He know what I'm saying. He's part of them. He cannot stand with me in Abinokpabi and come back alive. The reason why they've not been able to control Nigeria is because of this diversity of religion. That is the advantage of it. The reason why they cannot control Nigeria is that everybody are different religion. If they catch Roman Catholic, British Anglican go escape. If they catch British Anglican, then another St. Bottle and Kankan go escape. If they catch St. Bottles and Kankan, Yoruba's Pentecostal go escape. If they catch Yoruba Pentecostal, Ogomo go escape. Omena Ali Neme. The reason they've not been able to capture us, that is why you still have normal human beings speaking. The way we talk in Nigeria, nobody can talk like that. Deliverance started with IPOB led by Mazen Nandekano, and it shall spread across Africa. You don't understand. This is not ordinary battle. The Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood. No. Biafra wrestle against flesh and blood, against principality and power, against wicked spirits in the heavenly places. Only who know, no. If you see those things, it moves you. And then that means you are not spiritually conscious. Come to my Facebook now, like you have said. Idiots don't come there regularly. Only when they miss their road. Because when I cure them, their life can never remain the same again. Do you understand? That is because the medicine is working. Injection is not sweet to take. Somebody have to take it. Let me tell you how you know Nigeria is dead. Do you know that 15 years ago, you cannot insult a politician in Nigeria? They will miss you. They will misplace you. Do you know 20 years ago, you cannot talk to a general? They will misplace you. Do you know 30 years ago, you cannot criticize the government? They kill you like Dele Igiwa. Do you know 40 years ago, every Nigerian were dumb? But are you aware as we speak now? I will tell Buhari is an idiot. Of course, he's dead. He can't do anything. Do you know when I finish broadcasting, I tell you that Brutai is a terrorist. The best thing they can do is they will start calling Brutai and say, Brutai, George Onibe say you are Boko Haram. Is it true? Brutai will be defending himself. No, he's a liar. He's a propaganda. Go and listen to all their press statements. You will know they are fighting on the defensive. They are gone. But of course, when you kill a snake, it has to struggle to show strength, but it's dying. If you can't see this thing, then you will not appreciate what you are doing here. And when I finish this broadcast now, they are going to receive phone call. You think the idiot called Okon in Abia State kept quiet? You think all those signals they sent from Abuja kept quiet? The medicine is working. Anagwo, Aneri, Aneku, Aneme, Adiamama. There are a lot of things you don't understand. We have the barometer, the thermometer. We have what it takes to check the time and the level of progress. I'm telling you, we are moving forward. This Nigeria you see today, you will see no more. It's not been like that. Yes, Moses came back and told the people, it's time to go. 400 years of slavery, rather 430 years of slavery. You think it's easy to walk away like that? When some of them never knew anything about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, when most of them must not have heard about who Jacob is or Joseph is, when most of them are properly infused and intertwined with the Egyptians, do you think it was easy for them to go home? Do you think that people like Nathan and Abiru rose up to fight against Moses because they wanted to? They just couldn't understand what lies ahead of them. Many Biafrans cannot comprehend how their life will be without Nigeria. And so they just have to accept the Nigerian mentality syndrome. If you can't beat them, you join them. Brother, rejoice. Rejoice. Biafra we seek is here already. When we are done with Nigeria, the level we are going to, when you go anywhere, they say, are you in Nigeria? You say, no, God forbid, I reject it. Did you not hear that Peter denied Jesus? Everybody will deny Nigeria. We just started. Just leave them. We will get to a stage. As you come down anywhere, they say, are you a Nigeria? With good intention, you begin to sue and curse. God forbid. I reject it. I jump and pass. I can't be Nigeria. But it's a Nigeria before. God will save everybody. I mean, Chuko Kikabiama will save all of us. So don't worry about them. It's just a matter of time, brother.
Yes, man. Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
We must continue. I take one more call and we end up this segment. And of course, caller on the line, your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazini.
Good morning, Ada.
Good morning, my beloved leader, Mazini Namkana. Good morning, my deputy, Mazi Chaka from the phone, and all people that are working actively for the restoration of Biafra. I say, Mexico Kikadiama, that lives in heaven, bless us and bless you people and your family and keep you as you see Biafra and beyond. In the name of Chuko Kikadiama, I pray. My name is Shuku Yukere and Shamisha Lambamna in Afiga Province. My dear brother, your topic is very, very interesting. We always come with a beautiful and educating topic every day. I'm now telling Biafrans all over the world to rise up, let us join this movement. Without Biafra, without IPOB, Biafra, we are gone. Even the big men, they thought that they are enjoying, even the governors, they are alive today is because of IPOB. If not IPOB, they could have picked them one after the other and destroyed them. But they are keeping them quiet because they are still watching where IPOB is going. That is why they still have strength to talk and lend hands. Like Hope Uzodinma, that they have called him and told him to come and kill people in Imo State, to do mayhem in Imo State, and he accepted to do that. But he's pretending that he loves his people. If you really love your people, why do you accept the bidding of the caliphate? Why did you accept it? Why not say, no, I want peace in my state? Then I ask you, you policeman, you animal that is killing people without any reason, you torture them to death. Remember, you have children. If somebody torture your child to death, will you be happy? And the worst aspect is that, oh, you police, oh, you army, oh, you staff. When you bring an innocent soul, you give a heavy label against that person. That person is a felon, that person says this, why they do not do anything. Like what we did to Chima, I will kill Chima. Remember that Chima's wife is pregnant, and that innocent child in the womb. The blood of Chima, the cry of that innocent child will judge you, oh, you police, oh, you army that did this evil to Chima, and all the people that we do not even know when we kill them, we will hide them in a shadow grave. Remember, you are doing that to God, because God says that whatever you do to each and every one of us, unto God you have done. You police, how many times have you killed God? You army, how many times have you killed God? And you feel that nobody will see you because you're a policeman, because you're an army man, you have gun. If you have gun, you can terrorize anybody. If you have gun, you can kill them as many as you want. Remember, you have life. One day, he that gives you life will also terrorize you. Remember, you have children, you have family. If you are police today, your children cannot be police tomorrow. Be careful of what you do, because whatever goes up comes down one day. Biafrans, I urge you to rise up. Let us fight this fight once and for all. Britain do not have any good intention towards us. They want to exterminate us. They want to kill us. They want to do away with us because of the blessings of God upon us. But I really appreciate God who has not given us as a prey to our enemies. The word of God says that if it cannot be the Lord who is on our side, when our enemies gather together to consume us, it is the Lord Almighty that set us free. So I pray that God will continue to set us free. God will continue to see us through in our struggle, so that at the end, Biafra shall come, and all enemies of Biafra shall be put to shame. Any evil hand, any evil offer that they have raised in order to deceive our people, in order to distract our people, not to rise up from this struggle, by the power that resurrected Yeshua from the grave, that resurrection power, that power that is above the earth, that power that the earth could not understand, and Jesus was resurrected, that power that broke the grave, and the armies in guide not even know when Yeshua resurrected from the grave. I use that power to silence every satanic power, every power they are using to blindfold our people, every confusion power, every power that is saying that one Nigeria is still on. Let that power of resurrection destroy that evil power that they are using to deceive our people, so that our people will rise up and embrace this noble cause once and for all. In the name of Yeshua Eshabbat, I pray. Thank you, my God. May God bless you, keep your family, bless your wife, so that all of us shall march and that victory ground on the day of Biafra declaration. In the name of Yeshua Eshabbat, I have prayed.
You see, thank you very much. And this is where we draw the curtain for this segment. But before then, Chizoba Okafor, you are free to ask your national coordinator for my Facebook ID. Chizoba Okafor, you are free to do that. Having said that, wonderful Biafrans across the globe, understand our enemies are numerous. We are fighting against people of interest. We are fighting against the conquerors. We are fighting against the ignorant, the naive. We are fighting against the greedy people. We are fighting against so many things. But we will win in the end. For our cause is just. We are not here to conquer anybody. It has never been our intention, not the will of our ancestors. But freedom is that which has been part of our beating heart. Freedom we seek for, and freedom we shall have in the end. As you go about your lawful business, wherever you reside across the globe, I will say, do have a nice day. Do have a nice day. Of course, I'm confident in your character. Biafrans are well-behaved people. We're disciplined people. We're tortured people. And you get the best of them when the IPOB member. I tell you, put them to trial, you see the best of Homo sapiens. And that is why our leader will say, this generation is a miracle. They are wonderful. Of course, I will be signing off from here, and God be with all of you.
Oh mama, what amazing departure without saying goodbye. The whole world have gathered, waiting for our victory. We see you no more, mama. Your beloved ones are crying, seeking for your royal wisdom. We have it no more, mama. Afomorese, no running, we Biafrans are saying, we all say goodbye. Afomorese, no running, BMI are saying, we all say goodbye. Afomorese, no running, we IPOB are saying, we all say goodbye. Mama, we love you. Mama, we miss you. After everything you've done, sudden death came and took you away. Mama, we are crying because we are missing you. Mama, where are you? I know that one day we shall meet again to depart no more. I don't know, son of the Lord, Mama.
I am well to do, full of strength, with wisdom from Mama. Where do I go? Where shall I start to enter the promised land? Oh Mama, we miss you. We miss you.
Eka Biafra, Eka Frukundo, Sina Fukondeni.
Mama, Udumule, Mama, 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 Biafra, we love you so much. Forever you will be in our hearts. We love you, oh, Mama, oh, Mama, I wonder. Mama, Adai. Mama, Kule, Mama, Nene, Oyo, Mama, Nene, Oyo, so had to let it go. The woman of substance, you are what we let it. You lost a life, something the place for your people. You never gave up the struggle, try to push harder. But that's why you the peacemaker. The lover of freedom, IPOB is here with you. And all the lovers of freedom is here today to pay the last respect for you to rest in peace. We never forget this smiles on your face through the tribulations facing the trouble. But you are something that you never mind. BMI coming out today to give you last respect because you deserve the best. Mama, Nene, Oyo, Mama,